Hello my friends and welcome to my morning coffee in a new mug. So today I am inviting you to my last minute tag making. I will jump between projects because I didn't get everything filmed. I wasn't going to film at all, but then I thought, why not? So many things are done off camera, but I hope you will enjoy this little last minute tag video. I will mix and match my supplies using mostly dylusions and Timholtz products, so let's jump right in. My first project isn't a tag, but the rest will be, I promise. Here I am using Distress Heavy Stock Craft and I am making 2 score lines from the right of one panel, and I score at 1/3 of an inch in and the second score line 1/3 of an inch further in, and then I do the same on my second panel but scoring from the left side. I fold my score lines like an accordion and reinforce my folds with a bone folder, and now I have 2 panels that together give me a pop-up feature. Next I bring out a cutting mat and a blade and cut out a rectangle in the front panel, making it a frame. I have some wood strips made with the lumber embossing folder that I inked up from an earlier project, and I cut down the strips and glue them onto my frame using clips to hold them in place while the glue dries. Next I have this amazing Santa, and I die cut all the layers from white cardstock, and off camera I used 3 shades of red distress inks to color everything, and now I have the light grey Lost Shadow distress stain, and I put some on my surface and use a brush to add some grey to my white pieces, blending it out with a water brush. Now we're jumping to my next projects, and I have these tag dies from Crealise, and I use the second largest tag die to cut tags from black glossy cardstock. Then I use the tag die that is slightly smaller to cut tags from craft cardstock. I have 2 childhood friends that are getting these tags, and I bring out a small dilution snowflake stencil, Nuvo glacier paste in pink, and a dilution shimmer spray in crushed grapes. I push the pink paste through the stencil on my first tag because I know my friend likes pink. For the second tag I add a lighter purple shimmer spray and white linen ink spray. I spray the white through the stencil first and then the purple shimmer sprays, and now I have 2 quick backgrounds. Last year I used these dilution stamps for tags, and I thought I would make more but change up the images and sentiments so the recipients get a series of cohesive but different tags each year. For this girl I am using my ink-filled brushes with polished jade and fresh lime ink, along with 2 shades of red and a couple of skin tones. Next we're putting together my Santa, and I thought I would keep this process in case any of you want to make this Santa, and I have a couple of suggestions. First, use the packaging image as a guide. 2. Start with the larger pieces, and 3rd, if you're heavy-handed like me with your glue and think it looks messy, remember that the glue dries clear and matte, so wait until it's dry to panic, because you might not have to. I ended up making 2 Santas, trying out which red shades to use. My tag backgrounds are dry and I use double-sided tape and glue to layer them on the black tags. I stamped this original snarky cat from Timholtz in dark brown ink and heat embossed him with Wow's clear metal embossing powder, and I brought out 2 browns and a rusty orange for the coloring. And this is how my brain works, because I always want to make each image pop. So I added carved pumpkin, a vibrant orange to get that pop. The super dark brown shadows are already built in, so I just extend those shadows with my darkest brown and work my way through the colors and finish with my vibrant orange. This snarky cat is heat embossed the same way but in black, because this cat will be grey, and to make it pop I add faded jeans blue to my color lineup. I color the same with the same technique as before. So, I colored many Dylusions images, and I will also use the Backchat Christmas sentiment stickers because I find them hilarious. Back with my pop-up panel, I bring out Distress Collage Medium and the Christmas Backdrops paper pack, and I choose a red striped backdrop. I also bring out the paper snowflake mini die set and die cut snowflakes from black glossy cardstock. Next, I glue the paper onto my panel and seal it with a coat of collage medium on top. I glue down the black glossy snowflakes all over my background. I die cut the Christmas tree and ink blended the pieces with Distress Oxide inks in cracked pistachio and pine needle, and I glue the layers together. From earlier projects I have both the gold star for the top of the tree and many ornaments. I glue the star at the top and choose red ornaments to glue on to my tree. Next I use this Big's die to die cut presents from white cardstock and chipboard. I ink blended the presents with the same reds as I used on the Santa and the same greens from the Christmas tree. I glue the ink blended pieces onto chipboard and add bows in black glossy cardstock. Now I have all my elements for my pop-up frame and I start by gluing the tree on to the snowflake background. Next I glue the presents sticking up from behind the wood frame and then I add my annoyed cat standing on a present. I die cut Merry Christmas from black cardstock and glue at least 6 of them on top of each other and finish with a Merry Christmas in glossy black cardstock. I put double-sided tape and glue on the folded parts of my panels and glue the 2 panels together. Then I add my Santa in the lower right corner. I glue the glossy black Merry Christmas in the upper left corner and finally I glue my crazy enthusiastic cat beside his annoyed cat friend. I want a third tag for my sister, and since I want to heat emboss on this tag, I gave it a thin coat of clear gesso. I choose the dilution string lights and stamp them in embossing ink randomly across my tag and heat emboss in gold. In my family, we have a secret Santa system for adults, so I want to make 2 more tags, one for my father and one for my sister's boyfriend. So I bring out 2 Dylusions tags and a Christmas script stamp set from Darkroom Door. I mask off the whole reinforcers and stamp in white pigment ink and heat emboss in white, and I do it again for the upper part, but I remove the mask before I heat set the embossing powder. So here I have everything I need for my tags, and I used this Dylusion stamp set for the male bodies. I start gluing down my elements, the Christmas trees, the bearded ladies. I cut the beards from Dylusion gnomes and glue them on to my ladies. I also glue down the to me funny sentiment strips and continue on to the next tag and then the next. I give the male bodies gnome beards as well and continue gluing elements on to my black tags. Before I continue with these tags, I take a break and add another sentiment to my pop-up frame saying I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. So, all my last-minute tags are finished. Thank you so much for your time. If you're not celebrating, I wish you the happiest weekends. And if you're celebrating, I wish you the happiest of holidays. Until the next time, Happy Christmas!